All right, what is up, everybody? Willis here. So it looks like there is a ton of new leaks and information for Black Myth Wukong. I'm going to be covering this game over the next few days. As well, to celebrate the launch, I'm actually going to be giving away a copy of the game. So like the video, leave a comment, and make sure you're subscribed. And if there's enough support, I will do it in every single one of my videos. A quick warning for this video, there will be some leaks. So if you don't want the game leaked or anything about the game, just now is your final warning. So yeah, it looks like that Black Myth Wukong have actually just put up a benchmark tool on Steam. So if you're curious to see if you can run the game on your PC, you can literally just search in Black Myth Wukong benchmark tool, head over to Steam, and you can test out your FPS. Here's mine. I did a test with my gaming PC. My gaming PC is around 2 to 3 years old. I'm using the NVIDIA GeForce RTX 3090 and an i9 10900K, and I'm basically playing on max settings. I just left it on default. I was managed to get like 65 FPS, and I am playing in 1080p as well. And yeah, it did run super smooth. So it looks like the game is optimized pretty well. Now, I'm probably not going to show this in the video, but a bunch of, I guess, Chinese modders over on the Chinese YouTube, Bilibili, they actually managed to, I guess, get access to the benchmark tool, obviously, and they were able to, I guess, modify it, and they can actually explore the whole map. So in the benchmark tool, it's obviously like a designated path. It just brings you around the forest, but they actually modified it so you can just simply free roam. And yeah, it looks like the area that they put you in for the benchmark tool is an actual area somewhere in the game. I don't think they've made the area specifically for the benchmark tool, but it's sort of like just like a condensed forest, which could potentially be one of the areas that you will go to in the game. Once again, I'm not going to show the leaks, but if you just go out and look for them, they're pretty much trending all over Reddit right now. Another leak as well, someone has actually managed to get footage of one of the, I guess, it's like a movie quality cutscene in the game. Now, I wouldn't recommend watching this and spoiling it, but it's pretty epic. I'll basically explain what happens. So Wukong's basically kind of just standing there, and it just looks like he's about to take on this massive army by himself. Yeah, he looks like he got himself in some trouble. And yeah, Black Myth Wukong is one of the top wish-listed games right now on Steam. Following up behind is Hollow Knight Silksong and Frostpunk 2. Yeah, it made a massive jump the past few weeks. I think at some point it was on like 200k, and then I think it just shifted 400k wish lists in like almost 2 months. Nuts. As well, there have been some new leaks from Chinese, I guess, reviewers. Some of the editors, I guess, have leaked some information regarding the game. So once again, spoiler/leak warning. But yeah, here we go. Some of the translation might be wrong because the leak was in Chinese, but there's a Princess Iron NPC in the game. She's white-haired. She seems to be important. The game has 15 main maps and 1 boss or more for each. So if you're not aware, I kind of knew this from the start, but the game isn't like free roam. It's not like, I guess, open world. It's sort of almost on like a linear path where you just go through the, I guess, the story. The game goes through a condensed retelling of Journey to the West. There's a bunch of map names, but I'm too lazy to transcribe them. The maps work like Sekiro. The biggest map is Lion Camel Ridge, Lion Camel City, and it has got 4 main bosses to fight. There's multiple hidden bosses. They require key items to access. There's more than 4 hidden small maps: the Dragon Palace, the Tongshan River, and the Thorn Ridge. Endings are based on NPC interaction throughout the campaign. So obviously they mentioned the maps work like Sekiro. So it could be somewhat free roam in a way, because on Sekiro, you could basically obviously backtrack. The areas are sort of just like big open areas, like they're obviously just small maps. It's not like a massive open world like Elden Ring where it's all connected. So there will be some element, I think, of open world, somewhat exploration. But yeah, pretty cool. But yeah, as well, the past day, there have been some more leaks from, I guess, reviewers. Now, obviously, take this one with a grain of salt. I don't think this one is real, but it could be real. The source is literally Trust Me Bro. So this is apparently from some reviewer's friend, but some of it actually sounds like it could be believable. But once again, take it with a pinch of salt. It took him around 25 hours to beat it. He didn't do all the side stuff, and it's safe to say at least 30 hours for 100% completion. Graphics look similar to the trailers, so don't worry about that. Yeah, once again, we just tested the benchmark tool. The graphics look amazing. He had some stutters and frame rate drops despite playing on a pretty high PC. It's nothing like DD2 or Jedi Survivor. Jedi Survivor was pretty awful. It's much easier than Soul X. There are a few challenging bosses, but nothing like Millennia level hard. So obviously Millennia from Elden Ring, no bosses will be that hard. I'm kind of happy to hear that. Millennia absolutely ruined me the first few times. He didn't really care about the story before playing the game, but he liked it. You might like it more if you're familiar with Journey to the West or Chinese mythology. There are a lot more cutscenes compared to the typical Souls-like, but it's sometimes hard to understand what they are talking about or what's going on. There's a chance that's because he had no idea about the characters or the myth. English dubbing is not bad, but don't expect FromSoft level voice acting. Decent amount of NPCs and quests, they are not that hard to follow. More than 50 transformations. So transformations is the main thing in Black Myth Wukong. It allows you to just transform. Each one of them is unique and fun. Wukong has some cool skills and spells, but not that many. It gets repetitive and possibly boring at some point if you don't use transformation. Great amount of enemy and boss variety, especially some boss designs are one of the best he has seen. It exceeds his expectations, but he wishes they were a bit more challenging. Even though some of them are reused, there's still a lot of bosses. The level design is pretty linear, but there are some explorable optional areas. It's not a boss rush, but it's possibly to play that way. Levels are not interconnected. So this actually goes back to the previous Chinese leak, where the maps are almost like Sekiro. Overall, he says it's the best game he has played this year, and definitely a Game of the Year contender despite some flaws. All right, so it looks like we've just managed to catch the producer's statement on the leaked game footage. So obviously this is in Chinese and it was translated, but basically what has happened is there's been a bunch of leaked footage for Black Myth Wukong. Obviously, I'm not going to show it in this video. You can just go find it. But he put out a statement. He said, starting from this afternoon, because some game information has been leaked in advance, I have come out to talk about that starting from this afternoon because some game information has been leaked in advance. I have come out and talked to you again. When PV08 was released, we have already expressed this concern. If spoiler information is known in advance, it is likely to damage the immersion and sense of role-playing when experiencing the game in real life. Now, obviously, this is translated from Chinese, so it may sound a bit weird. The charm of the story comes from the curiosity of the listeners. The reason why everyone can't listen to it is because they don't know which characters will appear in the story, where their conflicts come from, and what their respective motivations and ending are. If you deliberately destroy these mysteries and surprises for fame or other purposes, you are actually destroying the foundation of each new story. And all the audience's differentiated expectations become meaningless because uncertainty collapses. Okay, that sounded hella weird. As a product that has been forced to promote for a full 4 years, the settings and content of Black Myth have actually been seriously overdrawn from the beginning. How to protect the mystery and surprises of the final product under the premise of so much content being released is a headache for the entire team and a nightmare that appears from time to time. So, from the perspective of an ordinary player viewer, I have 3 small suggestions. If you can choose, don't take the initiation to watch leaked content involving spoilers because it will not make the final experience of the game better. Can confirm. It's okay to want to watch, but you cannot take the initiative to spread and talk about these contents so as to not hurt people who don't want to watch it. Once again, I give you guys spoiler warnings and I don't show it in the video. If your friends around you clearly express that they don't want to be spoiled and keep enough unknown until they experience it in person, please help protect them. I understand the mood of wanting to see more content of Black Myth now, but I sincerely hope that everyone can be patient for a few more days, because just a few more days. Finally, I am very confident no matter how much leaked content you have seen in advance, unintentionally or forced, this game will still bring unprecedented feelings and enough unique fun. So don't worry, don't be upset. Black Myth Wukong is not that fragile. Thank you again. So from what I'm understanding, I don't think there's any leaked gameplay. I think it's literally just the leak cutscene I talked about earlier, and obviously some of the Chinese community modding the benchmark tool to be able to explore the map a bit. I think that's it. I don't think there's any like leaked actual gameplay out there yet. But yeah, I'm super excited for this game. It comes out in around 1 week from now. I'll definitely be covering some news on the game up to launch, so make sure you are subscribed to the channel as well. If you'd like to win a copy of the game, be sure to subscribe, leave a comment, and make sure to like this video. Once again, if you want to join a Discord, I'll have my Discord in the pinned comment. If enough people join, I'll probably end up making a Black Myth Wukong section. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.